How's it going, Lone Riders? It's Andrew back with another video. This week we're going to talk about the top box again. It's really a hot topic at the moment, and this video specifically is about what we are going to do with the extras, so stay tuned. Okay, so if you're new here, we make product development videos, and in this video specifically, it's about the top box. If you go back through our YouTube feed, you'll see a couple of videos that we've made about the top box development. If you're not up to speed, go back and look at those videos, and it'll give you a pretty good idea of where we're at the moment. So since the last video, we've been applying the design aspect of it and refining the design, because then once we have the design, we can 3D print out the parts and also, make a actual model of it, a 3D model. So we bring it out of the computer and make like a cardboard model to start. And then after that, we move into another harder model with plastics, and then we go into the metal. We do this just to get the volume. Things on the computer look completely different to things in reality. So we're just going to get all the proportions right, make sure everything fits and all that good stuff. But this week I want to talk about and ask you about what extras do you want in the box? Because we're thinking we just throw everything in. We make it the best on the market. We make it complete. So that means that I'm going to ask you if you want this in there or not. So let's jump into the computer and see what we've got. So first off, what size? We have seen in the comments in the last video that a lot of you guys use 2 adventure helmets. That's with the beak. And you want the comms to fit too. Sometimes the comms stick out on the side and they're quite bulky. So you guys want that included as well. So we're going to go and buy some of the biggest helmets possible. So if you know of a massive helmet, then let us know, and I'll go and buy it, and we'll buy 2 of them, and we'll make sure they fit with comms, the biggest comm unit as well, just to make sure that we cover all the bases. From the size wise, we're probably going to do the bigger version first, and that's because we have to make separate tooling for each of these. So that means we have to make for the seals, the corners not, and the edges not, but for the seals here, the closing lid and stuff like this, we need to make extra tooling. So we're going to focus on one first, get that on the market, and then do the next one. But if you have a specific size, let me know in the comments down below. So what equipment is included in the top case? That's the question I have, and what we should include in the top case. So there's a lot of people out there with different needs. What we're trying to do is nail it as best we can and supply as many people as possible with what they need straight off the bat. It's not going to work for everybody, but if we can get enough cool stuff into the product, then everyone's settled. And that means we don't have to use aftermarket parts, and we don't have to have a whole inventory of all these extras and then spread that across the world as well, so we can get it to you within a day or 2. So I'll start from the top here. First, we've got the rack plate. This is going to be customized to your bike, so it depends on the bike. This all has to be customized. So that all should come included, because there's no point in having a top case if you can't attach it to your bike. So there's the backrest as well. I'll show you later what we're doing with the backrest, but should we include that or not? I think we might include it, just have the option to take it off or on. The front handle, a lot of feedback in the last video, you guys picked up on that. I asked the question if you needed this or not, and most of you guys said no, you don't actually use it. So we're going to probably leave that out, but if you've got a counter argument to that, let me know in the comments down below. We're going to include all the hard moly panels with the design. That's because it's a part of the DNA of the product as well. So we're going to do 3 panels all around the product. So that is going to be included as well with every top box. Then we're going to do the insert stuff, and this is more padding and stuff like this. This is just the base here and the divider, but this will be going inside, and so we can divide up the space. I'm always hesitant here to do this kind of stuff because people have so many different use cases that if you put something in like these pockets here, and then you're just restricting them. But definitely one of the things we're going to do is line the whole thing so there's no sharp edges. So when you put stuff in there like a brand new $500 product, it's not going to get scratched up when you move around. It's just annoying. So we're going to pad it up for sure. And the lid, I'll come back to this later. There's kind of like a dead space in the lid, and are we going to do some kind of design there? Like, are we going to use another hard moldy panel? Is it too much waste of space? Just a net like the traditional top boxes seem to do? We could do something more important there. Do we include a key for just everyone, or do we make it so we do per box per specific bike, so you can key it to your bike as well? That's an interesting question. It's quite complicated logistically to do this, and also the different key codes and all this kind of stuff. It's really complicated to actually implement this in reality, because what we're doing is we're ordering 1,000 different locks with 1,000 different codes on them, and we have to match the locks to the bike and match the locks to the actual keys to the lock. And then we have to get those specific numbers to each of the warehouses around the world, so we can deliver in fast enough time. So that's an interesting question that we have to work through, but obviously, it's best if you have the same key as you used to start your bike to open the top box. But if you have another idea what we should do here, let us know in the comments down below. Okay, armrest on the top box. Okay, a lot of you guys are going to laugh at this, but my job is not to... my job is to understand everybody and provide us the best possible product. So I see that there could be a market for this because of the passenger, the pinion may need this to be comfortable and safe. So if you ever rode an off-road on a four-wheel drive on a farm or something like this, you have a little bar next to your ribs here and they keep you in. So if you do hit an unexpected bump, it just blocks you from coming off the back, which is pretty cool. These ones here, when I'm selling a top box, I'm got to think of the persona. The persona is the guy with a motorcycle, obviously, and he's doing travel. He needs a place to put his helmet and securely do his stuff. But is that really the person that I'm selling it to? This guy might be sitting behind his computer and trying to justify to himself the purchase. And his wife might have the credit card. We don't know, but she might, and she might have the final say, or she might want to ride with him or her on the back, and she might want the comfort, and she might have specific criteria as well. So that's what I'm thinking. Do we include it? Probably not, because the tooling costs have evolved and the actual product costs have evolved. It's quite expensive to make that, and I think it's only a fraction of people that might want this. But give me your feedback in the comments down below. I'm really interested in to find out if this is good or something that you'd do, or we could just partner with somebody else to make them. But I'm interested. Give me your feedback. Lighting in there is pretty cool. I think we have to do it. I don't know how we're going to do it with batteries and recharging and stuff like this. Hopefully we can find like an off-the-shelf system that's good quality enough. There's a lot of stuff on the market, but I generally find with this stuff, it does die easily. It's kind of fragile, especially with the vibration up there. So I'm a bit hesitant to go in there. Put a light in there. But if I can find something that's kind of robust, waterproof-ish, and provides enough light, that'd be cool. If you open up your top box at night, you can see the contents of what's in your box. The other one here is a reflective strip. How deep do we go with a reflective strip? Do we supply the reflective strip separately, or we already put it on the actual box? Or what is a strip that really stands out to you in your experience? Like, have you seen something that catches your eye, and you think, okay, that's a really good design, that's really safe, because what I'm going to do is tie it into the MotoBags as well, so you can have a uniform system. So you see the MotoBags, they have this design here at the bottom. So I'm going to apply that to the top case as well, just so we can like marry that all together. But if you have any new ideas, let me know. And of course the flag. The flag is also on our MotoBags, so we want to apply that as well. And I'll come to that in a minute. We've done a bit of design. I'll show you that in the 3D CAD in a moment. But what else can we add to it? What's the maximum weight allowance? Okay, this is a big one because we tend to overload everything. It's a really bad place to put lots of weight. It's high and at the back. Makes the bike unstable. And as you can see here, there's a BMW, and they've snapped this bad boy. They've snapped this pole, and that takes a lot to do. So we're a bit hesitant. We have to make a weight limit just for safety, especially speed wobbles and stuff like this. But really, have you had experiences with it? I've ridden with really heavy stuff in the back before, and it's kind of dangerous. So if you have any experience, if we can somehow mitigate it, or somehow like tell people or show people the right way, is there a weight limit that you think is the perfect weight that that should not be succeeded, then yeah, let me know. Compatibility, so yeah, we're going to have to make a customized interface for each bike. That means that so if we can control the interface, that means we can control a lot of things. And that means also security, safety, the weight limits and all that kind of stuff. So compatibility, what should we do there? Should we just start with a few bikes and spread it out? Or should we try and make a blank template so these outliers that want the bike but don't have the back plate can make their own? Or are they just going to mess that up and send it back? What are we going to do here? Have you seen on the market any cool, smart ideas that other companies have used to solve this problem? Because there's a lot of back plates, or there's a lot of bikes, and there's a lot of back plate areas that we have to fit to, and it's like a maze. And there's also yearly updates as well. Any ideas, let me know in the comments. Hinges, when you're using this on the daily, little things can annoy you, especially if you ride every day around the world. I've noticed that just small things can annoy you. So hinges are important because, well, they've got to be durable, and also we can also put these kind of spring hinges in, and that'll just open up automatically. I talked about this last week, I think. Just like the kitchen cupboard hinges, they can close and open automatically and stuff like this. I also thought about putting gas pistons in, that's D1 here, or just rubber C1 here. And I've noticed that it might be a trivial question, it might be a simple question, but if you think about it, if the rubber is bending the wrong way, it's bending outwards, it's going to get jammed between the seals and you can't close the box. It's going to destroy and it's not going to be waterproof. So we have to like make these hinges these hinges and these straps move to the inside, and if they hit something on the inside, are they going to get pushed out? It's a little bit of a niggly little thing. So one thing you do not want to do if you've got your hands full of stuff, with one hand you want to close the box and lock the box. You don't want to use the other hand to kind of push in things so it's sealed properly. So if you've had experiences with this, let me know what's the best in your experience. Lid organization. This is a hot topic. So if you look at down the bottom here, most people just have this kind of mesh system. We've got the hard moly system here. I think this is Pelican case here. So there's kind of a bit of a waste of space, I think. So I probably won't go this way. But on this little case here, I think there's Pelican as well, I'm not sure. So they have this kind of rubber band system here. Although that's extra tooling and cost for us, and testing and stuff like this to make sure it can actually work. That's another option, having a kind of a rubber system here. Or we do a system like here, it's already bagged up. And I'm a bit hesitant to do this, as I said before, because I'm not too sure of what you guys actually need. So let me know in the comments down below, what should we do here? And also padding is things like this. We're going to pad it. We're going to pad it because we don't want any sharp objects destroying our stuff. What material have you used in the past? And that's because I think we're going to have to change it out often. It moves a lot, tools move a lot in there and it gets damaged, and especially in weak points. So I don't expect it to last forever, but what we can do is we can just replace it at a really cheap cost for the user if it gets worn out or under warranty. But generally, this is kind of like a wear and tear product because it's going to get big tools hitting it on the regular. So yeah, if you know of a material that's really, really durable, light and accessible, as in price-wise, and moldable, so we can actually spray or we can actually put it on the inside of it, malleable, let me know and we'll look into it. I just want to give you a quick update on the top box design because the last time we talked, it was kind of like in the volumetric stage, which means we're just like getting the parts in the right places and just feeling out where things should be. So I've been designing for the last couple of weeks, 2 weeks now, and we've got some base form happening here. So this is the flag patch design I'm looking at there. We're just going to put it on the moly panel. We've sharpened up all the top edges up here and stuff like this. And this is a box with just pure aluminium. This is pure aluminium, it's not coated. I just do that simply so I can see the form. If this is all black, I can't see it on the computer that well, so I just make it aluminium. Yeah, so that's it. I've included the backrest here, and I've also included, designed all the moly panels, the hard moly panels. I think it looks pretty awesome. That's the update. But I'll give you a bigger update next week. We're going to do some volumetric models first, to get the size right and get all these proportions right. There's a lot of details here. It looks kind of finished already, right? But it's not. We've got to do a lot of work to try and figure this out. To try and make it work. We also were going to do a whole plastic top handle here, but it's just a massive piece, and we need tonnage, a lot of work to make sure that it works and the plastic flows in there nicely. So what we've decided is essentially to put a custom aluminium extrusion across here and use metal instead, because it's also stronger. It's got a nice tactile feel to it, and yeah, we will close this up. This is just a CAD area that I haven't been bothered to fix. So that's it. That looks like that's the current design. It looks amazing. I'm super happy with it, but stay tuned. We will push this a bit further. Let me know in the comments down below about any of those questions that I had for you, and I will see you very, very shortly.